A woman bleeds, and the world calls her unclean. But what did that actually mean in first-century Judea? Not just in theory, but in her body, her home, her daily life. You might imagine shame, whispers, distance. But do you know where she slept? What she touched? How she washed? What happened to the food she prepared, or the child she held? This isn't just theology. This is survival. And once you understand this, the Gospels will never feel the same again. The house is small, one room, maybe two if the family has any means, a packed earth floor, thick stone walls holding the day's heat. In one corner, a raised platform of mud brick covered in woven mats. That's where everyone sleeps. Parents, children, sometimes grandparents, all together. No separate rooms, no doors to close, no privacy. You wake to your mother grinding grain before sunrise. You fall asleep to your father breathing just a few feet away. And into that space, every month, blood comes. She wakes and feels it instantly. A dull ache low in her belly, warmth between her thighs. She already knows. There's no bathroom to escape to, no supplies waiting, no quiet moment to deal with it alone. She reaches beneath the mat for a rag, a strip of old linen or wool, washed, reused, worn thin. She presses it between her legs beneath her tunic. It will soak through. It always does. And in a house this small, there's no hiding it. Her mother sees, her sisters see. No one says it out loud, but everyone knows. And knowing changes everything. Because according to the law, Leviticus 15, she is now niddah, ritually impure, not sinful, not evil, but untouchable. Anything she touches becomes unclean. Anyone she touches becomes unclean until evening. If she sits on a mat, it becomes unclean. If she touches a bowl, unclean. If she cooks, the food is unclean. Not because she's done anything wrong, but because this is how the system works. Purity decides everything, who belongs, and who must step back. So she withdraws, not because she wants to, because she has to. She moves to the edge of the room. She eats separately, or after everyone else. She avoids brushing against her siblings. She stops preparing food. She stops helping with work. She cannot go to the synagogue. She cannot enter the temple. She avoids the well during busy hours, because one accidental touch could cost someone else their place. And the bleeding continues, sometimes light, sometimes heavy. The rag stiffens, darkens. She washes it when she can, wrings it out, hangs it to dry, in plain sight. No disposal, no privacy. Everything reused, everything visible. And water? Water is work. Every drop carried, every drop matters. The bleeding doesn't stop on command. 5 days, 7 days, sometimes longer, and the count back to normal doesn't begin until it ends. Then 7 more clean days, then the ritual bath, then, finally, return. But what if it doesn't stop? What if it lasts weeks? Now the isolation stretches with it. Now you understand her, the woman in the Gospels, not 12 days, not 12 cycles, 12 years of standing at the edge of every room, watching life happen without her, seeing others belong while she remains outside. Now you understand her, the woman in the Gospels, not 12 days, not 12 cycles, 12 years of standing at the edge of every room, watching life happen without her, seeing others belong while she remains outside. If she's married, even her husband cannot touch her, not her hand, not her shoulder, not even for comfort. They sleep apart. He turns away. She lies near the wall, inches apart, but worlds away. And this is the world Jesus walks into, a world where women bleed without privacy, without protection, and become untouchable. Now imagine the moment. She reaches through a crowd, touches his garment. She knows the risk. She knows the law. But she does it anyway. Jesus doesn't pull away. He stops. He turns. Who touched me? She steps forward, trembling, expecting shame. But instead, he calls her daughter. Your faith has healed you. Go in peace. He doesn't send her away. He restores her, fully. The bleeding stops. But more than that, the isolation ends. She can go home. She can touch. She can belong again. The law wasn't random. It was about order, about separating life from death. But when the system broke, when the bleeding didn't stop, it had no answer, only more distance, more waiting, more exclusion. Jesus didn't destroy the law, he revealed something deeper. It's not what goes into a person, but what comes out. Purity moved from the body to the heart. And if purity is internal, then the boundaries fall. The bleeding woman doesn't wait. The outsider doesn't stay out. Everyone can come closer. And that kind of change? It threatened everything. That's why they killed him, because he made access to God direct, personal, open. The woman went home whole, not just healed, restored. Picture it again. That small room, the earth floor, the smell of bread, a woman moving carefully, trying not to touch, and then Jesus walking toward her, not away, toward. You are not cast out, you're called in. And that changes everything.